Welcome to another installment of 5-Minute Tones. In today's video, I want to dial in a sweet bluesy tone using one of the Boogie Mark series models in the Axe FX3. This will all work perfectly fine on the FM9 and FM3. Before we get started, this is the tone we're going to dial in. This particular preset that I'm using, I actually posted on the forum a few months ago. I haven't got around to doing a video with it until now. Basically, I'm playing a Fender Buddy Guy Strat with some gold lace sensors. So if you're using vintage Strat style pickups or you're using a guitar with humbuckers, you're going to want to dial in things slightly differently here. However, we're using the USA Lead mid-gain Bright based on one of the lead channels of the Boogie Mark 4. I've paired it together with this factory rumble cab. I think for this sort of tone, the cabinet choice, choosing an EV that's very smooth and almost kind of neutral sounding with a ribbon mic is really going to get you that big, fat, bloomy, warm tone that we're after. And I've actually got a reverb back here, the London plate, time at 2 seconds, mix at 30%. Let's bypass that for now and just hear the amp and cab combination on the neck pickup of this guitar. It is very dynamic and touch sensitive, so I'll dig in on the bridge pickup and I'll play softly on the neck pickup. If you watch my channel regularly, you'll know that I use the USA Lead mid-gain as my main super chunky, filthy amp. Normally with a guitar and drop C, it's super tight, it is super articulate, but the Mark series can do this sort of tone equally as well, in my opinion. And basically, the trick to it is going less extreme with the settings. You can see in here, I've got the gain and overdrive controls balanced out there. The gain is not a flat gain control. As you turn it down, your tone will get a little bit brighter because of the way it interacts with the bright cap. The overdrive, however, is a flat gain control. So what I would recommend with this amp and your guitar is set the overdrive around 5 and then use the gain control to just kind of balance out the tone from your guitar. If you've got a very bright guitar, turn the gain up a bit and the overdrive down, and vice versa for a dark guitar. Then I've just turned the bass to around 3. A lot higher than I would have it if I was going for like a chunky metal tone. Mids are quite high. Treble is up around 6 or 7, which is a little bit lower. Again, if I was going for a metal tone, bass would be on 0, mids would be very low, and treble would be quite high. I've also turned up the master volume on there. We've got a little bit of shaping going on with the output EQ in here. Again, nowhere near as much as if I was going for a chunky thing. I'll bypass this and let you hear what it's doing. I'm just turning up 2280 Hertz a little bit. Very, very subtle there, but I think the big trick here, aside from balancing out the gain, overdrive, and this EQ, is engaging the fat switch on the ideal tab. So I'll let you hear it without the fat switch. On a Strat, you know, it's not as fat. That's probably the easiest way of explaining it. What this actually does, though, is it shifts the mid-range frequency. So it's probably better if you like a percussive tone to have it off, but if you want this thick, creamy tone, we will engage it. Let's hear that difference now. The last little touch or sprinkle of fairy dust on here is adding some reverb. Again, if I was going for a really high gain tone, I wouldn't use as much reverb, but the reverb is just creating some space and it's giving me some air in there so that I don't really want to overplay, which is a very, very big part of this entire style. How you play and what you play is equally, if not more important than the actual tone on there. So I'll let you hear it with and without the reverb. Now, if I was using humbuckers or a guitar that's a lot darker than that Strat, I would probably bring the bass control down a little bit on here, might back off some mids, push the treble just a little bit more, and I'd actually bring this gain control down a little bit to sort of take a bit of gain out, but brighten it, and then add some more gain back in with the overdrive control. Let's hear that. As always, use this as merely a suggestion or a starting point for your own tone. Dial it in for your own hands, your own guitar, and your own preferences, and have some fun with this preset. I'll post it on Exchange. If you like what I'm doing here on the channel, there are some links in the video description to support what I'm doing. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.